Hi, it's update 2. I'm coming to you straight from my kitchen. If this is the first video that you've watched of mine, I'm doing a video series on my progress to becoming a zookeeper. That's what I want to be, and that's my goal. That's basically where I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go to Santa Fe College down in Gainesville, Florida, and I currently live in Chicago, Illinois. Well, that's pretty much catching up anybody who hasn't watched the last 2 episodes. So, this week's update actually, not much really, not much has happened this week. I've been working on a lot of art. My job is normally 60 hours a week, but because they're super slow, this week I've only been working a 40-hour week. The remaining 12 hours of the week, that's actually where most of the money goes. Other than that, doing my art and taking care of my kitty cat. And now people have actually been asking me about my goals, about what my long-term goals are, what my short-term goals are, how I'm going to make it, backup plans in case something fails, stuff like that. So basically I kind of, made a small illustration, but as you can see, graphic design is my passion. Alright, so my first goal is to get a car. Now, right now I'm saving up $3,000 for a car. Right now I'm at a little over $2,000. Now, the thing about this is that I'm trying to save up about $500 a week. I need to pay my rent, which is about $400, and then I think next week is my phone bill is due. But I'm trying to raise $3,000 for a car, and right now I'm a little over $2,000. My second goal is after I get a car, I'm going to start raising about $10,000, and the $10,000 is going to go towards getting me down to Florida, getting me established, and getting my schooling in. Now, when I say raise, I don't mean crowdfund, I don't mean GoFundMe, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, anything like that. Raising as in out of my own pocket, from where I'm working. So this isn't a hey Patreon or hey GoFundMe. No, this is I'm just talking to the camera. So after I raise the $10,000, or even before, sometime in I believe April, that's when the program, the zoo school program, opens their doors for applications. This is for January of 2020. So I'm gonna apply for that sometime in like April. I got in last time, so hopefully I'll get in this time. Now, after I get into the program, or after I apply and I raise up the money, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to buy a spot into a biology class and an algebra 2 class for the fall of 2019. So legit next fall, because those are the 2 classes that I need that kept me out of zoo school last year. If you watched my first video entry, I actually failed algebra 2 like 3 times, something like that. My next goal is to get student housing. Now, I say student housing because the last time I went down there to get an apartment was a disaster, and I think that was where my mistake was. Because next thing you know, I was paying like $800 for a studio and $600 for electric in that studio when I only had 2 lights in the entire studio that were never on because I was never home because I was working 3 jobs. So, FYI, GRU down in Gainesville. Especially for charging everybody 20% more during Hurricane Irma. Yeah. The student housing would be interesting because it is cheaper. Everybody splits, bills, like the common bills, like electric bills or anything like that. And also, if one of your roommates bounces, it's not gonna affect your rent. So like, I'll pay like $400 for rent, and say somebody bounces, my rent will still be $400. It won't affect it, which is awesome. I actually had a roommate back then who bounced on me. I ended up having to pay the entire of rent, which is why I had 3 friggin' jobs down in Florida. Yeah. After that, I'm going to try to secure a job. Now, when I was down in Florida last year, I did get hired as a phlebotomist, blood place down there. A phlebotomist is someone who draws blood. You stick out your arm and they draw your blood. that's a phlebotomist. I did get a job down there. I'm gonna try to secure that job again. The only reason why I didn't stay down there and take that job was because the job itself wasn't starting in November. And this was like the beginning of October, and I was sinking fast. So that's why I had to leave. I'm gonna go down to this place and I'm gonna see if they'll hire me back. And if not, I do know it's a part-time minimum wage job, but it's better than nothing. And I know for a fact he'll hire me back. He said it on multiple times. If you ever come back, I'll hire you. I'm like, oh, that'd be awesome. So I'm gonna see if I can either get a job at the phlebotomy place or the other place. So that's actually, I just pretty much described my entire week that I'm going to be visiting down in Florida with me and my roommate. We're going to be going down to Florida in like June, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do, is get the classes, get the housing, get the job, and then in July or August, because I'm actually going to a different country for the military in July, August, something like that. When I come back, that's when I'm actually moving to Florida, and that's when everything magic happens. And then I just study my ass off. I study really hard, really try. I'm gonna try to take both the biology and the algebra 2 classes, and hopefully the two I have left of the $10,000 will cushion me until, at least for the time being, that I can work my ass off, study my ass off, and really try to cement myself to getting into the zoo school and staying in the zoo school. The only thing that's hindering my progress right now for the $3,000 car, I know in the last video I said $4,000, but my car that I have now is really shit. Like, if I can't keep it for any longer, I'm going to be dumping more money into a car that I'm not even going to have in like a month and a half. So we lowered it from $4,000 to $3,000. And basically the thing that's going to stop me from getting the $3,000 goal as fast as I need it to get is the fact that I still have bills. Like I said, I have $500 coming in from my job, or $400 of that is going towards rent. Next month, $100 is going towards my phone bill. I have a pretty high phone bill. And then the other $60, $70 in food and gas, because I spend about $40 a week in gas, and then I spend about $20, $30 a week in food. And then there's other people that I owe money to for reasons. But that's pretty much a layout of all my bills for the week and for the month. But that's pretty much on the updates. Like I said, there's really not much left other than I'm still saving, I'm still drawing, I'm still working on stuff, I'm still working on projects. I'm actually working on a project with my buddy with my roommate. My roommate is a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan. He loves all the Dungeons and Dragons podcasts on YouTube, Critical Role, Dice Camera Action. He loves all that stuff. That's all he listens to. So I asked him if he could help me out with this project I was working on. If anybody knows the Warrior Cats series of books, Aaron Hunter actually created a D&D based game for the Warrior Cats. It's called the Warrior Cats Adventure Game. You can tell if you read the rule book and you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, it's for very young audiences. It's diceless, it goes on percentage. Your tiebreakers, you have to play a game of like Rochambeau or Flip a Coin or something. So you can definitely tell it's for little kids. But I'm actually trying to make it for more adults. So I'm adding dice, I'm adding danger, I'm adding hunger points, I'm adding reputation points, stuff like that. My DA, we're actually working on that. That's one of our side projects that we're working on. My other project for Kiki's Fun Animal Facts, actually, we actually have a Halloween episode coming up on Halloween, and it's going to be 5 spooky facts about 5 spooky animals. So I'm really looking forward to filming that. I'm filming that on Monday and Tuesday, and then it'll be out on Wednesday. So I'm really looking forward to that. So make sure you look forward to that too. That's it for my update episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will definitely see you next week with more updates, hopefully something more. If I don't get to an update, then I'll try to update it as soon as I can, but I'm definitely going to make these things weekly because this is for me to watch and for me to see where I am and for random strangers to keep me accountable. Because it's, I don't know, I feel like it's more real when random strangers watch these videos because then I am being held more accountable. So, alright, well then I will see you next week. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked that episode, make sure you subscribe to receive more updates on my journey to become a zookeeper. Also, if you like animals like the cool fish that you see on your screen, make sure you stop over to Kiki's Fun Animal Facts, listed below in the description. That way you can see all sorts of cool animals and learn about how neat they are as well.